Hi, so here's my weekly update, and I had a pretty good week this week. Stayed on my food. I hate to even call it a diet. Diet just really implies just a way of eating. So hopefully will stay consistent. Um, Went to my first fibro support group um, out as Anaheim yesterday, and it was really good. I didn't have any expectation of it being good, bad, or indifferent. It was great to be with people that have the same affliction and are doing their best to work through it, and hearing different ideas and thoughts and behind that. I really have to hand it to the facilitator. She really puts herself out there and has for a number of years. And it's a good group. So just another avenue to take a look at. Um, so as usual, I when I jump into something, I kind of go full force into it. And since I've been able to run lately, I keep amping up my running, and so without really taking a whole lot of regard, and I know better than this, for having properly fitted shoes. So now I'm hoping I'm not going to lose a toenail because I ran 8 miles yesterday and it's kind of black and blue. So kind of backing off a little bit. So I am getting some new shoes. Um, Pain's been pretty moderate, the last few days. I really it's been mostly in my elbows, my arms, but overall hasn't been that bad. Sleeping has been a little more challenging. I'm not sure why that is. So I'd like to kind of take a look at that. Started doing my meditations, and that I think is helpful. Haven't had any problems with the hives the last couple days. Um, Eating well. Found a new vegan restaurant today, and I was out taking pictures this morning, and it's really, really well done as far as the food offerings, and extremely well put together. So I'm looking forward to kind of going back to that because it's definitely along the lines of things that I can eat. And though I'm not vegan, I definitely mix it up with different things. So um, I think that probably the most important thing that I've garnered this past week is trying to get a little more balance put into um, and continuing with the same structure that I'm doing. So the food, I really think, is 90% of what's going on with me as far as feeling better, and then movement and exercise. I heard a couple of people mention yesterday that water really helped a lot, and it does with me immensely. I can swim and surf, though I can't get up on the board because that motion of popping up on the board, I can't quite get there yet. My wrists still hurt too much to do that. But everything else, as far as paddling out and swimming and so forth, feels great, when I'm in the water, and it does dissipate pretty quickly after I get out, and then definitely after I sit down for any period of time. Um, the key thing again is movement. I seem like I'm constantly moving, but I'm constantly moving, doing positive, good things. So I think that is um, been really instrumental because I really started off with just a lot of walking, which I still do, but then it's now I've been able to feel well enough to incorporate running, and my balance is coming back. So getting up and down steps is actually pretty good at this point. Um, I guess the one thing that I can say is that I have a really hard time, regardless of the fibro, making friends. I have a lot of friends, but they're really people that I've known for a long time, and it's not things that have it's not natural for me, which is really counterintuitive to what I do for a living. because I'm always in a very social, high energy environment. But when it comes to my personal life, I don't. I have a very difficult time with that. I can be very, very social, but withdrawn at the same time. I'm not sure if that makes any sense whatsoever. Uh, and I think this part of going to the support group, one was definitely to find out more about obviously fibro, but it also was to put myself out there a little bit on a personal level instead of it always being just a work type thing. And so I'm going to keep doing that. It's the kind of thing that it scares me a lot. I'm not. It's not comfortable, and so I just try to do things that are uncomfortable for me, and see where it goes from there. So far, pretty good, and looking forward to another week and continue with the meditation. Obviously, all the food items, and I think I'm going to figure out a way to do some cooking and show you what I've been doing with that, because I'm doing a lot of research on it, and then just playing with food with a lot of organic foods. Some of those you might be able to incorporate in your own regimen, but again, at the end of the day, it's no alcohol, no sugar, no wheat, no dairy, and no soy. So those are the things that I stick to um, religiously. So I don't remotely vary, even if I'm looking for sunflower seeds. I make sure that there's no sugar in the salt on a sunflower seed. So I read every label and make sure that if it's not organic, then at least it's just a pure form of food. And that's it. That's all I've got. It's been a good week, and I hope that your week is going well for those of you that are watching this. Um, and I wish you the best. And again, feel free to reach out, via YouTube and whatnot, and I'd be happy to chat, talk, send something back, whatever you like. So that's it. Have a good week. Bye bye.